Good day, guys. Austin here, and in this one today, it's time for a bit of EMU-NATION, and to be more specific, we're taking a look at this special day, because today, Zelda Breath of the Wild was released to the general public worldwide. Or at least as far as I know, anyway. Anyway, I've just been down to the shop, I've picked up a copy, I've got it booted, and the world is gravy. I'm loving this game. Absolutely loving it. However, the question on everybody's lips, and the question that has been hammering my inbox for literally the last month, every 3 minutes, is: does Zelda Breath of the Wild run on an emulator? So without further ado, let's answer this question. Right, so like I said, everybody has been asking this question over and over again. I didn't want to go on for anybody else's gameplay. I didn't want to go on for anybody else's tests. I wanted to conduct this myself, and I wanted it to do this properly. I've waited for my original copy to turn up. Obviously, today is the day, and I am one blessed little child. Loving today. Absolutely loving it. However, first thing I also did was try to get this running on my emulated PC. Emulated PC? On my PC using an emulator. That's better England, isn't it? Anyway, I tried every emulator. I've tried every version of said emulator. I've tried every setting within every version of every emulator. And no, I can tell you, you will not be playing Zelda Breath of the Wild as of today. It is not playable on the emulators. Basically, you can get into the menus. You can go in there and you can choose every option you could ever imagine. You can do everything that you want, except actually play the actual gameplay of the game. Which means, to me, this isn't playable. Yes, you can get it to boot. Yes, you can get into the menu. But no, you cannot experience the game as it was intended. So, no. But let's not let your beating little hearts fret, my little children, because although it's not playable, it is booting, which means that this is one big stride forward. Now, this is literally day one of the release, so let's face it, we need chance to let the developers of the emulators and things like this to actually get to grips, see what's in the files, see what kind of requirements this kind of game needs, and develop it from there. I wouldn't expect it to be very far away until we at least get a bit further into this. Who knows, with the progress that we've made on this, I don't know, especially the Wii U emulators, it has been absolutely huge how far these have gone. I mean, literally, within the space of a year, we've gone from getting a game just to boot to getting almost all my wanted AAA games, not just booting, but playing at a higher specification than that the original hardware can run. In other words, I'm playing a lot of my Mario games at 4K. I'm playing a lot of my Mario games with a much higher fidelity, a lot more options, and just an all-round better experience on my emulated version than that of playing it on my Wii U. And that, for me, is absolutely awesome. What I want to do is get that translated onto Zelda Breath of the Wild. If I can play Zelda Breath of the Wild with no frame drops at 4K with the intended resolution and all the special effects and everything that was intended by the game but the hardware can't bring you, that's what I want. That's what I really want. When it comes to this kind of stuff, I mean, let's face it, about a week ago this game was released. It was leaked onto the internet. People were all over this like a rash. They've been playing it. However, it's not something that I agree with. It's not. I do, and I am a firm believer that you pay for what you play. Now, of course, there's all kind of grey areas that we can go back to with the retro stuff, but things that are current gen, things that are actually being sold on the shelves, things that are being sold to support the developers, I do agree that you should pay for what you play. Now, you know my standpoint with Nintendo, but that's the business side of Nintendo. I despise the business side of it. I hate the tactics and things that they use to sell, to hype, to do what they do to get these games off the shelves. But in terms of the games themselves, the Nintendo that actually develop the games, I'm in love with them. I would literally go to bed with Nintendo right now and make sweet, passionate, gamey love with them daily, knowing that they do what they do at the highest quality and level. And that's why Zelda Breath of the Wild is up to that kind of standard now. That's why I was so excited, literally owning that copy in my hand. But although I own the game physically, I want to play it to its full potential. It is early days. It is very early days. This will be #1 priority, I'm sure, for everybody that's emulating these systems. Getting Breath of the Wild to run will be a huge talisman. It will be a mantle for everybody to aspire to get playing. Well, I'm just hyped, guys. I'm coming out of all kinds of words and all kinds of crap. I'm just waffling on because I've got Zelda in my possession. So although you probably can't emulate it, you can still play it on the original Wii U. Hopefully, like I said, in the next, well, days would be amazing, but we've got to use realistic expectations on this. The game was literally just released the other day. In fact, it was released today if you wanted to do it legitimately. And we'll see what the developers do. I hope and I pray, and if the developers ever need my hand in any of this, even though I've got literally 0 development skills, I would help out in any way that I can, as always. Anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure, as always, bringing this public announcement to you. Please like, please subscribe, please do all the things that people do on this world of YouTube, especially ringing that bell and buying actual games. But most of all, you have a good day. Laters!